Okay, this is a continuation of a reading I'm doing for a client. I'm calling Client A. I've already covered the period of March to July, so I'm now going to continue on from August, September, and October. And I'm using the Voyager Tarot deck for this particular reading. The card I took for August is a card which is a Two of Worlds, and in terms of colour, it's light blue. It's quite cold in terms of the colour. There's also a sharpness to it as well. So in terms of your reasoning process, this is quite a sharp reasoning kind of time for you. The key word is reflection, so it's also about memory as well, and it's also about seeing things in yourself, in other people, in that kind of mirroring process that goes on psychologically with people. So it's interesting that it's come up as a card for the summer, because the summer would normally be less reflective than the winter in general terms, but something is going on which causes a reflection. So there's an anniversary or there's a birthday there as well, which causes the internal reflection in my kind of feeling of it. And the card itself has got a snow-covered mountain on it. It's also got the moon on it very strongly, so there's a very strong uh, lunar influence. The moon is about mind and memory, and it's also about spirit as well, in terms of soul and essence, the essence of your decision making process. So soul is a longer term kind of emotional process, the way that I interpret it. So it's setting the tone for the next period of your life there. That's more of an internal card than an external card, so I can't give you much of an external interpretation of it at the moment, because for me, when I'm tuning into you, it's very much an internal, reflective kind of processing card. It's processing things. Moving on to September, and we've got the card I've taken for September for you is the Death card. Now, in this particular tarot, and in many other different tarots, it's not a physical death. So I'm going to interpret it as transformation, because for me, death is a transformative process. It's a process of moving on, moving from the physical into the spiritual or the soul based, or moving from the physical into a more reflective kind of intellectual energy. So it may be that it's a movement as well, a traveling process and a moving process. So moving from one country to another, which again I think reflects and fits in with your timing for the business side of what you're doing. September, when I'm tuning into it, is very much a transformational month for you. So whatever's happening for you, I know there's possibly a property sale and there's an opening of a business in another country, so that combination of things would be very much a transformative process for you. And what I wanted to do was take one more card for October just to give a conclusion. The card that came out was Balance. So it's a card that very much takes on board two sides to things. So you've got a balancing of two different aspects of your personality, or balance within the relationship that you're in, either as a business partnership or as a personal relationship, or both. It could be that balance is the key thing that you need to achieve within the business relationship, and that will come in October. And I hope that makes sense for you. I'm going to wrap the reading up there. I've done almost 15 minutes, so I've gone over my time a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that I got a conclusion and got the main events for the year in for you. Okay, so I'm going to wrap that up. You can find me at YouTube /video psychic readings. I do paid readings. This was a complimentary reading that I'm doing as part of my marketing process, but I also do paid readings, which are $20 for the tarot reading, $30 if you want psychic insight as well, and those are 10-minute readings. Thanks for your time, and I hope to see you soon. I'll put a link next to this video so that you can go into my payment process and pay for a private reading if you'd like one. If not, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was useful in general terms for other people as well as the client that I did the reading for.